West Russell and Dave Brown. We're right along ringside, and son of a gun, I'm waiting ready to get going on this particular championship wrestling, David.
Boy, I tell you what, we're going to kick this one off today with a tag team match. Following that, there are a couple of tag team matches, a couple of single matches, and some folks you want to see today.
Yeah, we've been promoting during the week, too, that we're going to have a first in a long, long time one-on-one confrontation between the Superstar and the King, and that will be coming. Here are some of the folks that you're going to be seeing either live or right here in person or on tape. Right now, let's take a look at them.
You're listening to Z103, and that means at any moment you could win free money. Only from Z103.
Now you can get both TV and VCR plus a free blank cassette for one low payment. At color time, of course. Choose our 19-inch TV with enclosed VCR or a 25-inch console with separate VCR. Either way, you get Color Time's 5-year limited television warranty. Check out our 3-for-1 offer today. The best deals, the best dealers, the best warranty. No wonder we're America's largest rent-own system.
Get what you want at Color Time.
Call Color Time today. Ask about our new 5-year limited television warranty.
It's here. Oh, smoke? Outrageously smooth. Amazingly light. So wild, so right. A great new taste from Coca-Cola. New Cherry Coke. It's out and outrageous.
The cooling systems in today's cars are made with aluminum. But does your antifreeze protect that aluminum from the damage of rust, pitting, and corrosion? This one does. Peak Antifreeze and Coolant's unique patented formula helps protect all the metals in your car's cooling system, including aluminum. For the way cars are made today, you need the protection of Peak.
Available at these fine stores.
Okay, we're going to be ready to hop right up in the ring as Garmin and Taylor are doing right now in just a moment. Coming out will be a brand new team. One of the gentlemen you know, Tom Pritchard. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. And you're bringing in a brand new face to Championship Wrestling, Pat Rose.
That's right. You know, I came in just a little early last week for the Great American Bash, and I happened to check out all the competition, looked at all these beautiful tag teams you got around here. You know, you got some really good tag teams. I got to say that you got the Sheep Herders, and then you got the Fabs. You know, real pretty hair, real pretty legs, real pretty bodies for all these real pretty girls out here. But I want to say one thing. They play the music, they get in the ring, and they do all the fancy moves, but you're looking at the greatest tag team in professional wrestling today, Pat Rose and Tom Pritchard, and we're going to tell you this. To anybody who's listening, and this goes for you, Fabs, or Dundee, or Lawler, or whoever you want to bring, put your name on the line, and we'll show you exactly what professional wrestling's all about. Right, Pat?
That's it, baby. And you got all these pretty boys coming out here for the first time saying, hey, it's glad to be, I'm glad to be here. That's not me. That's not Tom. We're here for two things. That's money. That's number one in life. And titles. Okay? That's it. Need I say more?
Pat, we'll see you and Tom in the ring.
We'll show you right now what it's all about.
That's why we came, as a matter of fact. Thank you. Okay, Davey, we're ready to go to the ring and see Pritchard and Rose for the very first time.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match here. Introducing first, though, from Mississippi at a total weight of 423 pounds, Jerry Garman and Benny Traylor. And going against him at a total weight of 444 pounds, from Pensacola, Florida, Pat Rose, and from Houston, Texas, Tom Pritchard. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Oh, we'll do that. The bell has sounded, and we're going to find out how good Pritchard and Rose are going against the young team of Garmin and Traylor.
Has the makings of a good tag team match here. Both teams, well, roughly the same size, although there is a weight advantage over on the side of Pritchard and Pat Rose of a total of about 20 pounds. There's a tag made. Tom Pritchard makes a tag, and Pat Rose comes in with the fist flying.
He stung him hard, and now a tag.
Garmin and Traylor making the tag after that right fist was flying by Pat Rose. Tag made by Rose on Tom Pritchard. Boy, these two working the tag well.
I think they're trying to convince the world right now that they are the toughest tag team around. They are killing Garmin and Traylor.
Pritchard picking him up by the hair. The knee of Pat Rose over in the corner. The tag made. Got a little double team going here. Look out. Upper arm.
That's exactly what it was, and it was good teamwork with Pritchard and Rose as Rose comes off the rope. Big elbow. Good. Nice.
Shoulders are down. Count of one, and the count stops. Rose picked him up. Or broke the cover, yeah.
First look at Pat Rose teaming with Tom Pritchard. Rose is out of Pensacola, Florida.
Pritchard tags him.
Big double knee, yeah.
Garmin and Traylor, really neither one of them have been able to get much going here. Both have been in the match so far for, about a minute apiece. We're just past the 2-minute mark. Pat Rose climbing the ropes. He's on the middle one. Comes off with a fist and a smash. Like he's watched videotapes of Jerry Lawler, too.
Yeah, certainly does. I'll tell you what, it was pretty effective as he slammed it in. Pritchard came in. It looked like he raked his face down across the knee. I'm not certain if that's what happened. Dropped in with a knee. I'm certain of that. Once again, boy, they don't waste any time tagging, do they, Dave?
No, they don't. They've got the tag down, and that's one of the signs of a tag team that you're going to have to deal with. Pat Rose, straight up, straight down. Walks off and leaves him. You may have heard him ask Pritchard, "Are you ready? You ready to pin him?" Yeah.
Now they're both in there, too. The tag was on Pritchard. Unusual maneuver as he hands him over. And look at that power slam. Pritchard takes him down. 1, 2, 3.
Well, wasn't much doubt but what it was over after that. Off the rope slam by Tom Pritchard. Pritchard and Pat Rose in 2 minutes, 59 seconds.
I mean, a dandy. We'll take time now. We'll be getting back into the action here on Championship Wrestling as the first appearance of Rose and Pritchard, very successful. Back in a moment.
In Italy, when the soccer game is on, everything comes to a stop. Except for one thing. We call it Piazzo, Italian pie. Baked fresh every day, only at Pizza Hut.
At Champion TV, we're proud of the fact that no other rental store can come close to our quality selection of top-name products. Champion people are proud to have the easiest rental program available that lets you have the best products in your home hassle-free. We're proud of our fleet of radio dispatch vans that get you that TV, stereo, appliance, or furniture item delivered when you want it. Champion is proud to have your business. So if you're tired of being hassled by some other company, come on into Champion and see for yourself while we're Champion proud and talking loud. Champion!
Levy used auto parts can save you money. Most parts sell for 50 to 70% less than new parts, and all parts are fully guaranteed. Or you can get a cash refund on returned parts with receipt. Why pay more for the auto parts you need? Remember, you can save every day at Levy Auto Parts. 3 locations, 1720 North Thomas at Levy Road, 2125 Person at Airways, and 1356 North 7th Street at 2nd. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 8 to 3. All right. Hey, we're going to talk about the action coming up around the territory in just a moment. First, a reminder that coming up this afternoon, Major League Baseball is going to be the Cubs and the Cardinals. Cardinals could clinch an outright flag here today. Huh? Yes, indeed. And also, tomorrow morning at 11 on the Jerry Lawler Show, lots of interesting things, including a hot new video that's on MTV that includes lots of the local superstars from right here. So be sure to join Jerry for that, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, the Jerry Lawler Show. And right now, let's take a look at the action coming up around the territory. In Drummond, Tennessee, tonight at the elementary school, you will see the king. Bill Dundee, the superstar, will be there. Rocky Johnson, Jerry Jarrett, Tojo Yamamoto. Still have time to get your tickets in advance and save $1 on them. It's tonight in Drummond, Tennessee at the elementary school. And then tomorrow night, Jackson, Tennessee. What a card, huh?
We've sat out here and talked about cards in Jackson, Tennessee. I swear to you, as I sit here for as long as I've been here, I've never seen a card as big as this coming up in Jackson, Tennessee in the Coliseum. It's going to be a whale of a night. It's Northside High School night, as a matter of fact. There are going to be 32 stars right there. Wow. Some of the names, they'll have a gals match there. The fabulous ones are going to be there. Bob Armstrong will be retired. Everybody calls him Arms, and boy, with good reason, too. 7-time world heavyweight champion Harley Race will be right there, as a matter of fact. Of course, the Mongolian Stomper will be there. Phil Hickerson will be there, the king and all. But listen to this one, an AWA Southern Tag Championship match that's going to have Rocky Johnson, the Soul Man, and superstar Bill Dundee teaming together to challenge the Sheepherders for the AWA Southern Tag Championship. Box office opens up at 12 noon. Son of a gun, I want to be there. It's going to be a whale of a night.
Wrestling time, 8 o'clock in the Coliseum in Jackson. That is tomorrow night. Big super card for up in the area. By all means, don't miss this one. Friday night, October 11th, Boonville, Mississippi, Northeast Junior College. Lawler will be there. Dundee will be there. Tojo Yamamoto, Jerry Jarrett, Rocky Johnson. You see the others. Advance tickets are on sale now. That's in Boonville on Friday, October 11th. Tuesday, the 15th in Cleveland, Mississippi, down at Delta State. You see the folks on that card. Tom Pritchard and Pat Rose, the team you just saw here on Championship Wrestling, will be down in Cleveland, Mississippi on Tuesday, October 15th. Friday, the 18th in Dyess, Arkansas at the elementary school. Again, lots of the top stars are going to be there. The Mongolian Stomper and his manager Tom Renesto, his booker Tom Renesto, Taurus Bulba, Bota, all the others will be there. Dyess, Arkansas, Friday the 18th. Saturday the 26th in Paris, Tennessee. Sunday, October 27th, Championship Wrestling will be back over in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Friday, November 1st in Blytheville, Arkansas, and also on Friday, November 1st in Stuttgart, Arkansas at the National Guard Armory. Saturday, November 2nd, Championship Wrestling in Ripley, Tennessee. Remember, it's tonight in Drummond, Tennessee, and tomorrow night in Jackson, Tennessee for 31 of the top wrestlers. The championship match, all the great action coming up at 8 o'clock tomorrow night in Jackson. The box office will be open tomorrow afternoon at 12 noon. Lance?
Okay, Dave, we are going to get right in here now. A guy that I know he's one of the most disappointed individuals I've seen, but he's not one to take it lying down. That is Phil Hickerson, the former international heavyweight champion. Phil, I'm not rubbing it in, but...
Let me say something. You know, I was always raised up. My mom and daddy tried to raise me right some. You know, I go a little stray every now and then.
Every now and then.
But let me tell you something. My mama told me you're never supposed to hit nobody with glasses on. But let me tell you something, Tom Ernesto, and I want you to hear me straight. 10,000 people seen you put something in that Stomper's hand, brother. And when he raked it across my eyes, I'm telling you what, it set me afire, Lance. I was foaming at the mouth. I couldn't hardly breathe. And plus, I thought I'd gone blind. Then after I got back in the dressing room, I found out, man, after I standing there in the shower, man, my boots on, my tights on and everything, and about 5 to 10 minutes later, the burning went away. And thank God I'm not blind. But let me tell you something, Ernesto. I'm not supposed to hit nobody with glasses on, but I break all song and rules. But if you touch me or interfere in anywhere that I'm at, brother, I'm going to slap your can clear to the top of the building, brother. And I'll beat you to death, I'm telling you. If anywhere, I said it, I'll wrestle anywhere, anybody, anytime, but I want the Stomper, brother, because I want my title back because everybody knows, Stomper, I was holding my own, and I was way ahead of you. All I had to do was knock you flat on your back, and I'd have pinned you, brother. But now, thanks to Tom Renesso, I'm standing out here like that.
Phil, I know you're hot.
Anywhere.
Would you stand just a minute? I want to show the folks to verify exactly what you said. Let them make their own judgment. Here's what happened when Phil lost that international title.
Dickerson has two, and the boots are on the bottom rope. Dickerson used that to escape the count of three earlier in the match. The Stomper making that same wise use of the rope. Both boots over the bottom rope. The count stopped at two. Dickerson coming right back at him. Out he goes, out of the ring, the Stomper. Referee Jerry Calhoun grabbing Dickerson, telling him to move back. Tom Renesto, he passed something to him while he was over there. It looked like it, yeah, from this angle. It looked like maybe Renesto gave something to the Stomper. Renesto leaving the area now. Renesto has walked away from the ring. Stomper back in there. He's got that right fist doubled. He and Renesto were in conference down there for a moment, and Renesto left the ring area. Dickerson comes rolling out of the ring. Stomper, I don't think he hit him in the face. It looked like he rubbed something in his eyes.
Hand across his eyes or something, Dave. I don't know what in the world he did. He just made a pass across his eyes with his hand. He did not hit him.
Dickerson is wandering out. Counted out. Bill Dickerson has been counted out. The Stomper has won it on a count out. And a brand new champion.
See right there, I told you, brother. I had him beat, and Renesto did it and had to have enough guts to stand out there to even raise his own man's hand. But let me tell you something, Renesto, I'll get you. It don't matter where it's at, but somewhere in this town, you're going to have to wrestle me, and woe be unto you on that interstate. You better look out for that little white Camaro, brother, because I'll do it to him right there.
And let me tell you one thing. You're looking at a guy that's every bit as tough and mean as a Stomper. Whew! I'd take heed when he says that. Hey, here's a guy we're really thrilled with the success that he has had. We're talking about the Birdman.
What time is that? I still got 10 seconds to get to the dance floor. And
Coco Ware. Got him going in a single non-title match today, Dave.
Yes, indeed. He's still got that title wrapped around his waist, too. This will be one fall, 15-minute time limit match.
Kind of contagious, isn't it?
Yeah, got the referee doing the bird up there. This is going to be one fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing for parts unknown at 216 pounds, the Invader. And going against him from Union City, Tennessee, 222 pounds with that Mid-America title strapped around his waist, the Birdman, Coco Ware. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Okay, doke. The belt is off, and the tail frock coat is off. Bell time, and now we get down to what he came here for. And that's to show the folks why he has been such an outstanding Mid-America heavyweight champion.
Woo! Yeah. This is a non-title match, by the way. The Invader.
I think the Invader must have mentioned hair because the referee was talking to Coco. He didn't come anywhere close to his hair. He grabbed his arm and whipped him over and down. Ducks under that big right hand. Coco doing a little hot dog up there. All right, Coco. He's hanging loose, and with that title knot up, he's ready to show them all. Boom, boy. Look out. Invader laced him with 3 heavies, and the referee steps in and says, oh! He's over there mocking Coco and the Bird, and Coco unloosed him with that drop kick of his. Big slam, 2, and that's all.
Boy, I thought he had him there, but he got the 2 count. Coco showing the power now.
Uh-oh.
Brain buster.
One of the most devastating. Oh, there won't be any getting up from this.
Minute 22, the time.
So, as expected, the Birdman, looking great, comes through with a victory over the Invader. We've got lots of other action coming up. We'll get to it in just a moment.
It's easy to offer the lowest prices if you don't have to prove it. Central prices are the lowest. Nobody but nobody can beat our rate. We're on a new Whirlpool appliance, RCA TV, VCRs at rates you won't believe. The best rental deals in town on RCA and Whirlpool. Shop around, get a price, then come and make me beat it. Over 20,000 satisfied Mentions have found the best deal at Central. I personally guarantee it.
Central, we make living easy.
We must stop Godzilla before he destroys the city. Oh, what could he want? Unless we find something to appease him. We're doomed!
Hold up, the ordinary. Hold up for Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper.
Cessna 3034, we have the airport.
FM 100 and Coca-Cola want to grant you your ultimate fantasy. Whether it's flying in your very own Cessna 152 from Executive Charter and Lazy 8 Flight Center, or cruising along in your beautiful new Mercure XR4 Ti from Foxgate Lincoln Mercury and Schilling Motors, or taking off for a relaxing weekend in your sleek Avanti ski boat from River City Marine. FM 100 and Coca-Cola are going to make your ultimate fantasy come true. Listen to FM 100 for more on how you can win.
Dirt. It can really foul up your engine. To keep it running clean, first, always start with high-quality Quaker State motor oil. Second, check the API symbol so you use the oil that's right for your car. And third, change your oil and filter regularly and check the PCV system. You'll have a cleaner running engine with Quaker State. Depend on it.
Quaker State. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will.
A little bit later, Davey, we're going to give him the entire Memphis card, but I will make note of this, that an unusual situation comes up on Monday night down at the Mid-South Coliseum. Got a great card, but the sheep herders are going to be split up They won't be in there as a tag team. They'll be in single matches. Rip Morgan will be in there with Stan Lane in a kickboxing match, and Steve Kern and Jonathan Boyd will be in an Aborigines match. Now, you don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, folks, but I'm going to tell you in just a little bit because I'm going to find out exactly what it is, and we'll have it for you in a moment. Right now, Jonathan Boyd and Rip Morgan. Jonathan will be doing the talking. Let's hear what he had to say about this situation.
The promoters came up to me and said, Steve Kern wants a single match with you, and Stan Lane wants a match with your bloody cousin, Rip Morgan. I said, well, that's fine. We're a tag team. What they think if they divide us, they can conquer us. Well, that's ridiculous because I came up with some stipulations for you, Steve Kern. You can have your bloody match, but when I was in New Zealand, we used to bring over to our sheep station or sheep ranch, whichever you Yanks want to bloody call it, we used to import these little black people from Australia called Aborigines, and they're very hot-blooded. They get mad at one another, and on a Saturday night, we get them a little bit drunk, and we tie them to a tree or a bush, and the first one to get untied can beat the living bloody daylights out of the other one. And you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen, Steve Kern? I'm going to be tied to one turnbuckle, and you're going to be tied to the other. The referee's got no say whatsoever. The first one to get untied can finish the other one off. And Rip Morgan, he's going to be barred from the arena, from ringside, and so is Stan Lane. So when Stan Lane heard all about this, he said, okay then, in my match, I'm going to call the stipulations. And, you know, he's kind of fancies himself as being a karate shot, you know. And what he said, we'll have a kickboxing match, and I'm going to kick your cousin's head off. That's what he told the promoter. And I said, a kickboxing match, that means you've got to have on little lightweight gloves and some sort of gloves on your shoes. And the promoter says, yes, that's right. Will he accept the match? I said, that's a bloody sissies match. That is a bloody sissies match. Now I kind of wonder if all the men in America are just like Rock Hudson. I'm kind of wondering about that. But, hey, if Rip Morgan's got gloves on his feet and gloves on his hands, he's not going to go out there and kick, box, and fight you like that. He's going to go out and beat your head in while you're trying to show the people how high you can kick. Well, you better be able to kick from a laying position because he's going to be on top of you and he's going to pound you to death.
Boy, nobody will ever accuse Jonathan Boyd of having a lot of class, I'll tell you that for a fact. But he is tough, and it's going to be interesting. I'm going to explain all of that to you about that, because that is really a fascinating match that's coming up. It's going to be murder, but it's fascinating. Get to it in a second. You know, every week we say, get your tickets down to Mid-South Coliseum all day on Monday, and you can pick them up there and so forth, or you can get them at the Ticketmaster locations. Somebody brought it to our attention. We have never told where the Ticketmaster locations are. Okay? We're going to take care of that right now. There's 7 Ticketmaster locations, an opportunity. In a lot of cases, it really makes sense rather than driving. You pay 50 cents more for the ticket. I will tell you that on the front end. I think we've said that before a dozen times, but I want to make that clear to you. But, man, when it can save you from driving all of the distance, a lot of times it's worth it. Ticketmaster outlets you'll find at the Mid-South Coliseum, also down at the Memphis Convention Center, if that's more convenient for you. The Orpheum Theater is also one of the Ticketmaster locations so that you can have an opportunity, if you're in that vicinity, to pick them up. Now, the Ticketmaster locations provide convenience as much as anything, and that's why there's one out in Raleigh Springs Mall. There is also one in the Park Place Mall. That's 5 of the Ticketmaster locations, and the final 2 will be at Jukebox Records in Germantown, and the last one is at the Naval Air Station out in Millington. Brother, you can see it's going to be worth $50 on the ticket to be able to get it if you're out in Millington, and you can go right there and pick it up rather than drive all the way to the Coliseum. Okay, we did that. We showed you where the Ticketmaster locations, if that's more convenient, they are sometimes open with hours better than the Coliseum, so that might be more like today. You can go by there and pick them up at any of the Ticketmaster locations. And still remember, you can go down to the Mid-South Coliseum. Okay. Let's take a look at the action coming Monday night, boy. I'll tell you what, we had a dynamite night last week with the Great American Bash. Coming up this Monday night, I don't back up one step when I tell you that you're going to see the kind of action that you want to see, and it is going to be absolutely unbelievable at regular prices. Opening bout is Taurus Bulba against Tracy Smothers. Tojo Yamamoto will be going against Ken Timms. And then the superstar, that's the masked superstar, will be against Tommy Wright. A tag match, it's going to find out exactly how tough Tom Pritchard and Pat Rose right off the bat when Rocky Soul Man Johnson teams up with an aggressive young fella, Billy Travis, as his partner, and they'll be going against Pritchard and Rose. Mid-America heavyweight title shot. I got to say, this is probably the biggest test that Coco Ware has ever had. The 7-time former world heavyweight champion Harley Race, who wants to get back in the world heavyweight title picture, and a Mid-America title would certainly do it for him. He will be challenging Coco Ware in that match. And then will be the first of the two matches that kind of tie together. A kickboxing match. Stan Lane and Rip Morgan will be in one that is certainly up Stan's alley. You know exactly how agile Stan is and how he can use those feet. He's had a lot of experience before he got into professional wrestling. It'll be interesting to see him go against Rip Morgan. And then comes that wild Aborigines match. Jonathan Boyd and Steve Kern. Okay, now, let me take just a second to tell you how that works. Before the bout gets underway, Rip Morgan is going to be given 90 seconds to go over in the corner, tie any kind of knots he wants in a rope that will be tied to Steve Kern. He makes the knots, he decides what he wants to do to it, and he has 90 seconds to do it. Then Stan Lane goes to Jonathan Boyd's corner. Stan will have 90 seconds to go any kind of knots that he wants to put in there. And when that is over with, both Lane and Rip Morgan will get out of it. They'll go back to the dressing rooms and will not be there, and it will simply be Steve Kern, Jonathan Boyd. Now, I guess it's going to come down to which one of them is the best Boy Scout, because whoever can untie the knots that's been put in the rope that's attached to his wrist will be, of course, the first one to get loose. And then he is perfectly legal to run across the ring and beat the stew out of the other guy while he is trying to still untie the knot. You can picture what kind of a rugged situation that's going to be. The knots are tied, they let them go, the two guys go back to the dressing room, and so it's Kern and Boyd. First one to get his knots untied, he gets all the shots he wants to at his opponent, and you know how Boyd and Kern feel. Aborigines match, first time ever. It'll be interesting to see. That's one Jonathan Boyd came up with. International title match will follow that unusual match, and then it'll be the first defense for the Stomper with Tom Ernesto in his corner. I don't have to repeat anything Phil Hickerson said. He made it pretty clear what his intentions are for both the Stomper, the title, and for Tom Ernesto. And following that, the big main event. Oh, boy. Southern heavyweight title match. Look at here, my friend. Jerry the King Lawler is going to be going against Bill Superstar Dundee, and need I say more? Promise you, of all of the battles, feuds, duels, bouts I've ever seen, I've never seen anything more vicious than those two getting in there with each other, more determined. We're going to talk a little bit later about that. That's Monday night, 8 o'clock. Get your tickets at the Ticketmaster locations. Now you know where they are. The Mid-South Coliseum all day on Monday. Regular prices for all of that action. And we, in fact, will be looking forward to seeing you coming up Monday night. Here he comes, Birdman. We want to get him in here because Coco has got, as we said, probably one of the most prestigious, certainly, challenges that he has ever had, and it's going to be a tough one when Coco Ware goes against Harley Race. Well, you look great in there today, and I'll tell you, you're really keyed up about going against the former world heavyweight champion, Coco.
That's right, Lance. You know, when Eddie Marlin come to me, he said, Coco Ware, this is going to be your big opportunity in your whole wrestling career. And I said, what is that, Eddie? You're wrestling Harley Race, the 7-time world champion. I said, oh, my God, my knees started buckling. I'm telling you, I was trembling all over the place. But, you know, I was just thinking back to the Memphis fans here. Everybody's been great to me. And I am the Mid-America champion. And see, when I beat Harley Race, to me, he's the next champ. But when I beat him, it's just like a world champion to me, Lance. So beating the world champ. So Harley Race, bring it on, because you are in our backyard, as long as with Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, and myself. You're wrestling in our backyard, and I am the people's champion, and that's all there's to it, because I'm going to do the bird over you, Harley Race. And I can't wait, man.
Good luck to you, Coke. We're really looking forward to that one. Coco Ware, the Birdman. He's got the biggest of it, and that's that big match he'll have with Harley Race. Hey, not to leave out the names of the Fabs, we heard from the sheep herders. I'm curious to see what Stan and Steve have to say about these two single matches coming up. Let's take a listen.
You know what I'm sitting there thinking about, Steve? I got to step into the ring Monday night in Memphis with a guy who's a complete idiot. You know, he acts like an Australian kangaroo that OD'd on Mexican jumping beans. He jumps, skips, and hops around so much, he's going to be a hard man to hit. But hit you I will, Rip Morgan, because I've hit some of the best. You know, back in '82, Steve, I stepped in the ring against a guy called the Monk.
I remember.
He was a Canadian tough guy contest champion. Real tough, undefeated. I put him down. In 1983, I stepped in there against beautiful Bobby Eaton.
I remember that one, too.
An Alabama boy, Golden Gloves champion. Well, I know what my credentials are, Rip Morgan, but I'm not taking a thing from you either, because we know how tough you are. Steve and I have broken 2x4 boards across your head. We've punched you in the face with chains. We've tried to choke you out with a rope, and you're still here, and you're still around, and you still got those championship belts around your waist, so we know you're tough. But let me tell you something. You get ready, and you lace those gloves on tight, because I'm coming after you Monday night. I don't know if it might be my hands or it might be my feet, but whichever one it is, your chin, they're going to meet. And while the referee's standing above you and counts to 10, the Fab's going to be smiling, because we're going to be the champions once again. Rip Morgan thinks that's a sissy match. Can you believe that?
Yeah, well, that's what he thinks now, and that's what Jonathan Boyd thinks, you know, but see, the backs are up against the wall. First of all, in order for us to get a title match, we've got to go through all the goofy matches they can come up with. Now, we've faced you in all the goofy matches you've come up with so far, and this is original for us, I'll tell you that. You know, an Aborigine match is something I've never heard of. But let me tell you something. I'm not scared of anything you got to offer, Jonathan Boyd. You can keep coming up with matches as long as you want them, because I'm going to keep getting in the ring with you until you're either gone or out of professional wrestling altogether. Now, tying me into a corner and tying you into the corner on the other side is going to be really interesting. You know, I know there's a lot of fans in Memphis that couldn't possibly have ever seen anything like this. Now, I don't have any credentials from getting untied, because my parents never tied me up and shoved me in no closet. And obviously, I'm not no relative of Harry Houdini myself. But at the same time, I realize being tied in that corner that I'm going to have to get loose. And I guarantee you, I will get loose. I'll do everything in my power to get loose. And Jonathan Boyd, if you're planning on sending me to the hospital, or you're planning on getting rid of this man right here, you can stop right now and you can think it over. How hard is it going to be? Because there's 3 months of history of the sheep herders and the fabulous ones. And it can go on and on and on. And we'll keep facing you. We'll keep getting in the ring. We'll keep accepting every kind of match you want to get us in until it's over. And when it's over, I promise you, I promise everybody watching this television that the Fabs are going to be standing in Memphis, Tennessee, and in the Mid-South, and we ain't leaving, because Jackie Fargo believes in us, and we believe in us. And that's all we've got to say, sheep herders.
Take a close look at this ticket to HBO's Get It All Super Full. How much do you think it's worth? Well, to find out, add up what you would pay for tickets to see today's biggest stars. In Places in the Heart, The Karate Kid, All of Me, Dune, and Tightrope. Then consider the cost of front row seats to superstar concerts, ringside seats for championship boxing events, plus all the great sports and entertainment events you get on your other cable channels. And this one ticket brings all these great events into your home for less than 25 cents per program.
Wow, cable TV and HBO are a great value.
They sure are. And if you call now, 1-800-592-6000, you'll also save 50% on installation. And we'll give you this FM travel clock radio as a free gift when you subscribe to cable TV and HBO. It all adds up to the best entertainment value in town. Call 1-800-592-6000 for HBO's Get It All Super Full. Call today.
Thousands are saving millions now at Memphis Furniture Company warehouse during their giant going out of business sale. Don't wait. Come spend the day. The more you buy, the more you save, as Memphis Furniture Company quits forever. Why buy from a dealer when you can buy direct from the manufacturer and save 30, 40, up to 50%? There may never be another sale like this. 5 football fields, 100,000 pieces of furniture under one roof, all selling at unbelievable prices as Memphis Furniture closes its doors forever.
We made it big in the 50s.
And rock and roll.
The big things in life have always been our goal. So when we want big chicken cooked up just right,
On a Church Big Chicken.
satisfies our appetite. Cause churches take the chicken,
So much bigger in size
cut it into few pieces.
than those other guys.
So dollar for dollar, we get so much more. We love Church's Big Chicken.
That's a yakety yak.
Their big juicy chicken, it always brings us back.
Now from Church's, the works. 3 big pieces of crispy chicken, slaw, fries, a soft drink, and more. Just $3.80.
Okay, we're going to be seeing the Stomper back in the ring here in just a moment. Before he does, though, we'll be hearing words from the gentleman who is serving as his manager and his booker, Mr. Tom Ernesto.
You know, Lance, I'm amazed at people. They all seem to like bad news. There's 2 things. There's always bad news, and there's always good. Let me first reflect on bad news. The bad news is, covered by all the media, all the newspapers, radios, and all, is that poor Jerry Lawler lost to Ric Flair. That seems to be the bad news. Now, that's been on all the front pages of all the tabloids across the United States everywhere, that Ric Flair defeated Jerry Lawler. Now, let's go to the good news. The good news is, usually on a 70 or 80-page tabloid or newspaper, these people know what a tabloid is, it's a newspaper, you have to look back at 60, say page 57, page 60, and way down at the bottom, way over in the corner, comes up the good news that my man, the Stomper, defeated big, fat Phil Hickerson for the international title. And it's a sad thing indeed when you have to look so far and so far down and get it over in a little small space, the good news. Obviously, the people of today are used to so much bad news, that's all they want to listen to. Let me refer to Phil Hickerson, if you may. To Phil Hickerson, the days of Billy the Kid and all this screaming and hollering is over with. And there's nothing any more obnoxious to a person than a fat crybaby. And that's what Phil Hickerson is, a fat crybaby. Let me say this. He has proclaimed himself as being the king of Jackson, Tennessee. Well, we want to go on record right now. We want to change the name of Jackson, Tennessee. It should be Fat City, Tennessee, to concur along with Phil Hickerson. Now, Phil Hickerson, you've cried, you've gone on, and once again, the good news to me personally, the good news to the Stomper is the fact that Jerry Lawler had lost to Ric Flair. Here's the good news. This man has won. He's a top athlete in the world. We're ready, willing, and able to meet all people. And to poor Phil Hickerson, you have our condolences. Hickerson is obviously mentally demented or retarded in some way or
Don't
another.
cross him off. He's still looking for a rematch.
We're looking forward to giving it to him.
Fine, we'll see you in the ring right now, Mr. Stomper, please. Okay, we're ready to go, Dave. Let's get back to the ring and some action. Anything to get away from that guy, boy. I'll tell you, he bothers me.
There he is, conferring with Tom Ernesto. Ernesto has the belt in hand. This is going to be a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match, non-title match. From Memphis, Tennessee, at 235 pounds on the right, David Haskins. Going against him from Mongolia, 264 pounds, the Stomper. 1-fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Okey-doke. We've got Ernesto outside with the belt. The Stomper and Haskins tied up, and we're off and running in here. Haskins being fired back by the Stomper. One of the things about the Stomper, he is in such incredible physical condition, Davey.
Yeah, incredible strength the man has to go with the size. David Haskins is not a small wrestler. He comes in at 235. He's shorter than the Stomper, but he's solidly built. Stomper grabbed control at the opening bell, and he is unrelenting so far as Haskins' head meets the top turnbuckle for the second time now. Stomper running him across the ring into the turnbuckle on the other side. The Mongolian Stomper. There's Tom Ernesto, the Stomper's manager and booking agent, at ringside. Haskins kicked under the rope, out onto the floor. There in the ring is the Stomper. There's Tom Ernesto walking around behind Haskins, referee reminding him not to get involved. Haskins back up on the apron. Stomper grabs him. Forearm across the chest. Again and again. Haskins kind of falls off the apron down onto the concrete floor. Haskins back on his feet, on the apron, under the rope. Stomper picks him up by the hair. There's the boot to the midsection. That's why they call him the Stomper. Boy, he uses those boots, and they are devastating. Body slam by the Stomper. Boot to the top of the forehead. Referee checking. He's got a... Has he got the sleeper? Yeah, he's got it. That's a sleeper. It's not your classic sleeper that we've seen, but same effect. The Stomper refusing to break the hold. You got to break it. Ernesto now tells him to break it. Just in time, too. He's in danger of being disqualified and losing the match he just won. But the Stomper gets the victory as he gets the sleeper on David Haskins. Haskins is out right there in the middle of the ring. Now, under the rules, Stomper also has to wake him up. He picks him up. Slap him across the back of the neck, side of the neck. Get the circulation going through there again. Haskins awake again, but has lost to the Stomper. The time on it, 2 minutes, 4 seconds. And the official winner is the Stomper.
I love Kicks 106, Memphis country music. Absolutely the most music. Some radio stations seem to think the secret to success is to talk a lot. I would personally like to thank Kicks 106 for not listening to them. Kicks, great country music. I just know the very next song will be one of my favorites. Oh, now with a guy once who didn't listen to Kicks, and I don't remember his name. Kicks 106. Listen.
Drinking Sprite, huh? You know 7-Up has no caffeine. Sprite has no caffeine. 7-Up has no artificial colors or flavors. Neither does Sprite. And Sprite tastes better than 7-Up. They proved it in a taste test where more people chose the great lime and taste of Sprite. Check. I will. You know, I just made a very smart move.
The people here at Network Rental are more willing to help you. They're friendly, courteous, fast.
Quick service and no credit hassles.
Because all my friends have rented from Network Rental, and they referred me here.
Now you can rent to own right on the phone at Network Rental. There's no credit hassle, no long-term obligation, no hefty cash deposits. With just one call, we do it all with televisions and stereos, heavy-duty washers and dryers, and beautiful, long-lasting furniture. Enjoy that fast, friendly network service. Call now and feel the network difference. Call now.
What's on the menu at Coleman Taylor? Warranty. If you're looking for a long warranty on your transmission, Coleman Taylor's got it. Coleman Taylor's Car Life Warranty covers 100% parts and labor for as long as you own your car. Or if you already have an extended service contract on your car, you can select Coleman Taylor to honor it and get that service, quality, and concern you're entitled to. Transmission trouble? See Coleman Taylor, where progressive ideas are a way of life.
I tell you, you can hear all the noise in the background, and we're going to be showing you the reasons for that in just a moment. I got to say that never have two names meant a whole lot more to any segment of the population than they have to the professional wrestling world. the name of Jerry the King Lawler and Bill Superstar Dundee. We have got him with us, and it's been a long time since the Superstar was back with us. Let's take a look at a little video action of Billy before we get into our conversation.
Now my party pad is out in the woods. It's a long, long way from here to Hollywood. But I got some natural queens out on the floor, and old Miss Mississippi just walked through the door. Got a little whirlpool just made for 10, and you can jump out and you can jump in. You can do anything that you want to do, but don't you step on my cowboy boots. Friends are coming over tonight.
Well, there he is, the Superstar, and I'm telling you, I'm sitting right in the middle of some dynamite gentlemen. The Superstar, Billy, awfully good to have you back, my friend. And, of course, Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry, delightful to have you out here. I must start off by saying, if you will forgive me for just a second, Bill, Jerry, what a scrap. I tell you, I thought it was it. You had the world heavyweight title around your waist, but I guess it was not to be. Ric Flair prevailed in it.
Well, first of all, I just want to say a couple of things. Right off the bat, I want to, first of all, thank the wrestling fans here. I want to thank everybody that was at the Coliseum, right at 10,000 people down there. The support was tremendous. You know, I do feel, I have mixed feelings about the thing, Lance. I know I wrestled a good match. I felt like I had Ric Flair beat, but at the same time, I didn't come out with a world championship, and, and on that respect, I feel like I let the fans down some. You know, after the match, I go back to the dressing room, and here's a situation where it's something that you've worked so hard to get, and then just that quick it's over, and there's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of things that go through your mind, and but really it boils down to basically there's only two things you can do. You can either, you can either tuck your head in the sand and call it quits, or either you can go on and, suck it up and go on, and that's exactly what I've decided to do. I've never been a quitter in the past. I've always been a winner. The people here know that, and 1985 is still a long way from being over, and as long as I've got the Southern Heavyweight Championship, I'm still the #1 contender for the world title here, and what I'm going to do and what I'm telling the fans right now is I'm still going to be in the hunt for the world title.
Okay, Jerry, can I just say a couple of things now? Everybody has a sad story to tell, and you're telling a sad story, brother, but it's always me. Hey, you're not the only wrestler in the world. Jacket wants to be the world's champion. You're looking at one right here that wants to be one. Now, let me tell you about a sad story, and I think I've told it before. They told me I was too small to get into the wrestling business, never mind anything else. So I left Scotland, went to Australia, couldn't afford no weight, so I used to work out with a little old barbell. I made myself a bucket full of sand. Then when I thought I was big enough, I joined the circus, run away, whooped everybody on the circus, went to the promoter's door, and he says, your tail's too small. Jumped up in the ring, whooped the biggest dude in there, and here I is in America. Came all the way to Memphis, Tennessee 9 years ago, and who was sitting on the throne? Jerry the King Lawler, right? Now, hey, the match was great. I saw it, Lance, so did 10,000 people. Yep. You was great. But you didn't beat Ric Flair, did you? Right? Now, so you're going to get a rematch. Only if you end up with that Southern belt, and that's what I'm here for, brother, that Southern belt, because whoever owns that wrestles Ric Flair. Remember, there's two people here. There's a lot of wrestlers out there. You only get to wrestle them if you're the champion.
Okay, hold it, Jerry. Before we get into any conversation right here, I got to say, I remember the last time that we had a confrontation. It was the first confrontation between Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee. Let's turn the clock back and take a look at this. This will bring back some memories to you.
I want to explain, first of all, to the people that are watching that I've been asked to come here today and try to act civilized and sit here like a gentleman about 6 feet away from a jerk who cost me my international title and cost me $5,000. And what I'd like to do is put my fist right down his throat, and I don't really feel like sitting.
Boy, come on, Billy, sit down. Now, you guys agreed to come in there. Now, sit down, please.
Tell him to talk right.
Well,
tell him.
Because one match is all we'll need to get this over and done with. Just sit there and smile. Why don't you take those silly glasses off? You look like a washed-up pimp or something. Sit there and act like a human being, buddy. Let me tell you something. One match is all we need anyway, because we went through this a few years ago. I wrestled this jerk every night of the week, it seemed like, for 6 months, at least 100 times, and he kept coming back and coming up with different stipulations, and I had to keep beating him, and I'm not going to go through that again. One match will settle it, and it'll either be you or it'll be me. Gone, brother.
Can I just talk for a little bit now? If we was going to have a talking match, I believe he'd win this. Well, I keep a little book, Lawler. I don't know what you do. I'll tell you how many times we wrestled, brother. We wrestled 17. Right? You're listening now? 17 times. Now, I got it right here in black and white. 9 of them was won by Bill Dundee. 5 of them was some kind of disqualification. The referee stopped it 5 times. And 3 was won by Jerry the King Lawler. So that puts me in the box seat, brother.
Well, if there is any question in your mind about it, I don't think you're really saying that.
Let me just say something here. Do you mind? I mean, we sit here and watch this jerk pushing a bunch of barbells around. Now, I don't know. You've got your little record book there. You might ought to look in and see if there's ever any instance of anybody being beaten in the middle of a ring by a set of barbells. I don't think there is. You see, it's going to be a big difference when you got somebody in there like me that's going to be taking you on instead of a set of barbells, brother. It's going to be a whole different story, I can assure you that.
Eddie reminded me that Jerry and Bill were a tag team, and certainly one of the best in the world, as a matter of fact. They held the titles a long time. You guys met everybody. You were good friends, traveled up and down the road together.
Whoa. You're about half right. We were a tag team, and we were successful. We were not good friends.
Well, we traveled up and down the road, but you know what ended the friendship? Have you ever made 300 miles in a car? You would say, hey, you want to hear a tape? And I'd think, yeah, he's going to play George Jones. You know who he played? He played Jerry Lawler. 300 miles there to Jerry Lawler, 300 miles back to Jerry Lawler.
You know how you can tell if Dundee's lying? If his lips are moving, he's lying. Now, let me tell you something. All he wanted to do on the trips was talk. And you know what his favorite subject is? Bill Dundee. And if you didn't talk about Bill Dundee and keep telling him how great he was, then he's silence.
See, that's just what I was saying. Jerry said we wrestled 100 times. We didn't wrestle 100 times. We wrestled 17 times. It's like Jerry says he's a legend. Yeah, he's a legend, all right, but it's in his own mind, brother, not mine. Now, Jerry, all I'm going to say to you, like I said before, I'll take the glasses off, and I'm better looking with them off now than with them on, right? So, see, now, all I got to say to you is, brother, that belt is coming home to little Willie.
Well, let me just say this. You know, the girls out there are screaming for you, Bill. The fans, you know, the fans obviously like you. I'm not going to take anything away from you. There's one thing that a lot of wrestlers lack. You know, there may be guys that know all the holds and know all the moves and everything, but some of them lack that little spark of charisma. But you're loaded with it. The fans like you, but at the same time, Bill, I think the fans like me, and I think that the fans would rather see us wrestle as a team than against each other, and I even tried to get you to wrestle as my partner, and you wouldn't do it. You know.
As a matter of fact, he did make an effort for you guys to get together as friends. Let's take a look and see exactly what happened. You remember it. Certainly you do. You ought to.
I'm going to decide. Anyway, I'm going to go call either Bill Dundee or the boogeyman, Jimmy Valiant, right now, and we're going to get somebody in here.
Okay, I hope we can get...
Dundee, for some reason or other...
Don't come out here, please, causing any trouble, Phil.
No, wait a minute. Anyway, let me tell you. Anyway, and Bill Dundee, I talked with Bill Dundee, and I heard Hickerson, what he said out here earlier, and apparently there is some sort of problem. You know, Bill won a match over Bowtie, and he was supposed to get a shot at my Southern title, and he said he was still waiting on that shot, and I said, I don't even have the belt anymore, you know, and he said, well, I'll wait and come in when you do have the title, and he wants to wrestle me for the title for some reason. Anyway, Bill Dundee is not coming, but Lance... All right, as you can see, you know, I tried to call Bill.
You did.
He didn't want to be partners anymore. But you know, if that's the way you want it, if you don't want to be partners anymore, you're so dead set against wrestling against me. That's fine. We're going to have the match, and you're going to come out the loser as usual. That's all I got.
It wasn't that I didn't want to be your partner, Jerry. I'm sitting down there in New Orleans, down there in the French Quarter, with my mind squeezed Ruby Begonia, and the telephone rings. So I picks it up. And this is early in the morning, brother. You ever been in Bourbon Street on a Friday night? Man, you don't go to bed. Everybody party hardy, so I'm sitting there. He said, will you come up to Memphis and be my partner? I said, oh, my God, he wants me to go all the way to Memphis. I don't feel good. Then I remembered I'd signed a contract with Eddie Marlin. I gets to wrestle the Southern Heavyweight Champion. I wasn't coming up here taking a chance to get hurt before I got to wrestle the Southern Heavyweight Champion. Now, I didn't say it had to be Jerry Lawler. It said for that belt, and that's what I want, that belt right there. Then I get to go whoop Ric Flair, right?
Well, that's true. You had a match with Bota. And yes, you did win. And in that particular match, the stipulations were that you got a shot. Whoever the winner was got a shot at the Southern Heavyweight.
I'm telling you about Memphis, Tennessee. It's making me hot. He gets to sit there with a microphone, and I go to jump up and down like a jack-in-the-box to talk to you, and I'm hot.
Well, I'm sharing it with you, Bill. It doesn't bother me that I have to share it with you. I look forward to it, as a matter of fact. Let's take a look at some of the action that took place in that bout with Bota to determine who got the shot at the Southern Heavyweight title. Wait a minute. Branch grabbed his leg. Yeah. He tripped Dundee straight down. He's trying to say, oh, I was hurt. I couldn't have done that. Bota drops down on him with a driving chop, and Dundee swings a leg over the rope. Shoulder of Bota. Lifting back over. 1, 2, 3, and he got it. 9 minutes, 32 seconds. What a move by Dundee. So Dundee will get the shot at the Southern Heavyweight title.
Well, that's all. I can't say nothing more than the action speaks for itself. I come up here and was promised a Southern title shot. I beat Bota, and that's all I was interested in. Now I want the title shot, and I got it.
No,
that's true. Okay, you know, you got the title shot, Bill. But let me just say this. We've sat and we've watched these videos of things in the past. It's just like my title match with Ric Flair. You can't live in the past. You got to talk about now. You got to talk about the future. You got to talk about today. Sure, you've won a lot of big matches in the past. I have, too. But when it came down to the big matches with me, Bill, for this belt, or with the hair at stake, or with your wife's hair at stake, or with loser leaves town, you never won the big matches. So what makes you think that you can do now what you couldn't do in the past?
Okay, I gave that a whole lot of thought. And you know what inspired me the most to come back and do this? Because when little old Spinks went out there to fight Big Bad Holmes, they said it couldn't be done. The bigger guy has got to win. You know what happened to the bigger guy, Jack? He run out of steam because he ate too many hamburgers. I'm in the best shape of my life, Daddy. And if it goes 59 minutes, Lawler, your butt's getting pinned 1, 2, 3, and I'm the next Southern title champ and the next world.
Well, that's what it's going to be all about, and it's true. Leon Spinks was the first light heavyweight that had never been done before that.
Let me just say one thing real quick, and I want you to listen. I want you to listen good. You're sitting out here, and you're talking about winning this belt, and you're talking about how bad you want to be the world heavyweight champion. Now, I know I don't have a corner on that market. I know that I'm not the only wrestler in the world that wants to be the world heavyweight champion. I know that you probably do real, real bad. But I'll tell you this. I just got finished wrestling Ric Flair, and I didn't beat him, and you can't beat him, and you can't beat me for this belt. So how do you like that?
All right. Well, like I said, Jerry, when I win this one, I'll worry about Flair.
Okay, some things never change. Good luck to both of you when you meet. We'll be seeing that fireworks. We saw Bill at the beginning when we came out with a little video, so it's only fair that we take a look at the King as we go out. Thanks for coming, fellas. We appreciate it.
Little
you own a foreign car, you may have the idea that only your dealer can fix it. Nothing could be further from the truth. At Bill King's Braco, nothing is foreign about foreign car brake and alignment systems. In fact, we solve problems every day that your dealer can't solve. For instance, this special disc pad manufactured for us in Australia solves a very common foreign car problem, brake squeal. Next time you have a brake or alignment problem, bring it to Bill King's Braco.
Introducing McDonald's new lettuce and tomato hamburger, the McDLT. You get a hot side hot. You get a cool side cool. Your McDLT keeps the hot, keeps the cool. McDLT keeps the. New McDLT could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever. New McDLT.
We're out to double our business this fall.
And to do that, we've got to give you the biggest selection, the best service, and the biggest savings.
Like this AP Sting Group, durable and pretty. It features sofa, chair, rocker, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 free lamps, all $5.99. This 30 bunk bed, complete with bedding, is only $188. Or the Big John Spindle bunk for $199. The complete captain quarter group includes matching chests for only $277. Over $3 million of new fall goods are starting to arrive daily.
Shell Fleming's is thinking of you with Tennessee's largest selection of brand name furniture.
What was that?
The mystery. The murders. The madness. The last glimmering hope. Stephen King's Silver Bullet, rated R.
Starts Friday, October the 11th at these theaters. Under 18 not admitted without parents.
Okay, before we hop up in the ring and see the masked superstar in action in the ring, we want to bring out a gentleman. It's been a while since we've had the pleasure of talking with him here. And let's welcome back the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. Rock, come on out here, babe. We're delighted to know that he's going to be around the territory in action. Rocky, how you doing, man?
Good to see you, man. It's my pleasure. You know, let me say this before I get any farther here. Since I left here, I've been all over the world once and some places twice,
Yes,
Daddy.
sir.
And I'll tell you, there ain't nothing like coming, I call this my home, like coming back home here to Tennessee, Daddy, where it's all happening. Tomorrow night, I'm so excited, man. I'm like a bucking horse in a shoe trying to get out, because I'm in Jackson, Tennessee tomorrow night.
Yes.
And Monday, I'm in Memphis, and I'm right back here where I should have stayed when I was here last time, Lance.
Yeah, you reached some big heights since you left here, Rocky, and I tell you, we are tickled to death to see you back. Tomorrow night in Jackson, you're going to be teaming with superstar Bill Dundee in a challenge for the Southern
Now,
Tag
don't that
Belt.
bring back memories and
Oh,
times
boy.
with a superstar, Bill Dundee? What can I tell you about him? Because it's all been written. But I got him as my partner, and we're going after the sheep herders, right?
Yes, sir.
But I
you
just
sure
want
are.
to sum it up with a partner like Dundee. This ain't no breaks, Bill. This is just fact. You can't lose with the stuff that we're going to use. Because we come in here to stay, not to play, Daddy. We're coming here to show them what it's all about. Because like I said, I'm so excited because I'm back here in Tennessee. And I ain't going to let nobody get out there and whip on my tail no more. Because I got some scars on my head and face that I got when I was here last time. But times have changed.
Mm-hmm. Boy, I've seen it. You're going to be there in Jackson, and they're looking forward to seeing you. And, of course,
And I'm
we
gonna be
are,
in
too.
Memphis,
Monday
too.
night. You
Monday
got a
night.
young
Don't-
fella
don't-
named Billy Travis.
That's right. He's a
Billy
young
was the
kid.
Rookie of the Year
He's a
for the
rookie.
wrestling fans.
He's coming up. I'm not going to underestimate this kid. He's coming up fine. Like you said, he's the Rookie of the Year. So, you know, I'm not going to underestimate him. I ain't going to be like they just said, Spinks and Holmes.
Okay, Rocky, we're looking forward to seeing you here, and I can't tell you how. And I know you just got in off a flight from
got off
New
the
York,
plane,
and
man.
I know it, and we don't want to hold you any longer. But thanks a lot, and we'll see you in
My
Jackson
pleasure.
tomorrow
You
night.
got
We'll
that
see you
right,
Monday
Daddy.
night right here in Memphis. Rocky Johnson, the Soul Man. Okay, we're ready for that action. What do you say we skedaddle up to the ring? We'll see the masked superstar in action.
All right, coming in right. Lance.
Okay, he's on the way to the ring. Stopping by is the masked superstar, so we'll get a comment from him.
You know, I got a few things to say. I heard the King Lawler out here, and I heard Bill Dundee, and I say Bill Dundee because I am the superstar, not superstar Bill Dundee. I want you people to realize that it's just plain Bill Dundee. Now, I heard you sit out here and call superstar Dundee 10 times. And I'd appreciate it if you'd stop also.
All right, we'll let
I'm
you
not
handle
here.
that.
I am
Dundee.
the superstar. I've been the superstar all over the world.
If you think you can knock the superstar off of Dundee, maybe we'll have a chance to see.
Yeah, and I see all these cards printed everywhere I go. Superstar Dundee's coming back. Well, I want you to drop that superstar off there. Where's Dundee now? I was here last week. Where was he last week? Well, I hear he's here today.
There he is.
There's only one around here, Daddy, me. Now, I worked 10 years for this damn name. I didn't just wake up one morning. All those folks out there told me, Daddy, I didn't just draw it on the wall. Now, I was awful hot. Now, when I whoop Jerry Lawler, you get just right in line, Daddy, because I ain't running from you.
I'll tell you something, Dundee. I hope you beat Jerry Lawler, because that's just going to be something else I take away from you. The title and your name, Superstar, because I'm the superstar.
And I'll tell you what I'll do with you, Jack. One of them jumpsuits I got a jumpsuit that says Superstar on the back. Costs $3,500. If you can beat me, I'll give you the damn thing, and you can wear it all around Memphis, but you'll never wear this suit, Daddy. And if you think you're going to goat me into a fight now, before I fight Lawler, you're wrong, Jack. I'm not going to do it. But as soon as I whip Lawler, I'm coming to whip you, Daddy.
Okay. That remains to be seen, lad. If he comes out here all printed up in his outfit, yeah, that's why you come out all printed up, so you don't have to put your tights on. Right? You don't want to put your tights on.
Please.
You take your jump
go to the ring and let's
take that belt you wear.
Take it, I'll give it to you, and that's a problem.
Okay, Phil. Please, head to the ring up there. No, Philip. Please.
I don't really appreciate him coming out here interrupting my interview.
Okay. Let's go to the ring, the Superstar, and we're ready for the action, Dave. I thought we were going to have it here.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's one fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing first from Memphis, Tennessee at 204 pounds, David Johnson. Going against him, parts unknown, at 231 pounds, the Masked Superstar. One fall, 15, referee Jerry Calhoun. Now the Superstar getting the warm-up togs off here, and I think we'll be ready to go. Masked Superstar steps in as a favorite against the young man you just saw, young David Johnson. Underway with David Johnson taking on the Superstar. The Superstar yank him off his feet, got a cover, can't make it stick past a 1 count. Boy, the Superstar trying to wrap it up quickly. Got a count again of 1. Again, he goes for the cover. Count of 1. David Johnson able to kick out of it. Johnson up. Both arms swinging. The Superstar got him in the eyes, looked like. Off the rope. The upper arm, and David Johnson hits the mat. Johnson coming back at him, but the Superstar hammers him back. The Masked Superstar drops with the upper arm. He picked him up at the 2 count. He might have had him for 3 there, but he picked him up, brought that shoulder up off the mat. May have been a mistake. David Johnson coming back at him. Oh, David. Down on the mat. Masked Superstar, minute 15 seconds into the match. Know the crowd wants.
Superstar out here telling the Superstar that he's going to knock that name right off of him. Well, the crowd's hollering, we want Bill.
I think at this point that might be all right with the Masked Superstar up there, too. He's already said he wants a match with him. This is the one that's scheduled. David Johnson in trouble. Into the rope. Masked Superstar with a right fist to the midsection. Across the back.
Time fleeting down here. We're going to have to check it out and see how we stand on time.
A power slam might be it. No, he doesn't hold him for the cover. He broke the cover. 2.5 minutes gone. Figure 4 leg lock. David going to have to give it up. Yeah. Well, not. If that hold is put on right, not many people can stay in there. And the superstar gets the submission on David Johnson.
Puts that figure 4, and David Johnson, not being totally stupid, he just says, yeah. And, brother, I'll tell you, it's better to walk away today and come again another day than it is to get crippled for the rest of your life. Because that hole is a punishing hole. Masked Superstar with a victory over young David Johnson. David.
With 2 minutes, 31 seconds, the Masked Superstar probably could have wrapped it up earlier, but he passed on a couple of opportunities to take the pin.
Yeah, he's a big, burly kind of a fella, and he's got quite a reputation coming into this area. Masked Superstar, the winner over Davy Johnson. I don't think that right now we're going to have time. I was going to say, shoot, let's just go ahead and get into our tag match that we had coming up, but I believe what we'd better do is take time out, and we'll come back, check our time, and we'll see if we have time for anything else. If we do, then we'll get into it. We'll take time out. We'll be back in a moment.
Just sign here, ma'am.
But this is more than what your sign says.
Well, sure, you're using a credit card instead of cash.
Excuse me.
If your service station charges a higher price for credit cards than cash, take your business elsewhere. Take your business to Gulf, the people who don't charge you more for credit cards.
Come again.
Gulf. One low price, cash or credit.
Every day is gonna be your day. You know the feeling and you know the way. Your style brings out the best. You know what it takes to live life refreshed. 'Cause Coke is me and Coke is you. Coke belongs to you and everything you do. You know you're going one better. We've got a taste for you.
The age of electronics is now, and Aaron Rents Electronics has what you want at incredibly low prices. Save up to 30% and more when you rent TVs, stereos, microwave ovens, and VCRs. Rent 19-inch color TVs for only $31.50 a month, or a complete stereo system for only $37 a month. Rent for a short time or use our rental purchase plan. You don't need established credit, and service is free while you rent. Aaron Rents, the value leader in rentals for over 30 years. 140 stores coast to coast. Call this number today.
Hi, I'm Honeymoon Garner with some great news for Lifeblood Heroes. Donate Lifeblood now before November 30th and you'll receive a gift certificate for guess what? Free Kentucky Fried Chicken. 2 pieces and a biscuit. That looks good. Giving Lifeblood is something every healthy Memphian should do. Remember, Lifeblood is for everyone, so please visit the Lifeblood Center near you and donate now. Don't be chicken. Be a Kentucky Fried Chicken hero for Lifeblood. And hey, chicken is free.
All right.
Yeah, here comes Ken Timms out here. Yeah, Ken.
Let's wrestle. Black Shadow's not here, but I'm here and I'm ready to wrestle.
Okay, Ken Timms was scheduled to go with a Black Shadow against Jerry Jarrett and Tojo Yamamoto. He has just said that the Black Shadow is not here.
Hold on a minute. I came here to prove myself, and I'm going to do that just today. There's a substitute here. I'm going to be the substitute, and a superstar. Have you forgotten? A superstar.
You'll be willing to jump back in there again after
That's
just...
right. I'm a man of my word. I do what I tell you I'm going to do. And Dundee comes out here with all his flat. He's a backstabber. I've been knowing Dundee a long time, and I do say Dundee, not superstar Dundee. Dundee, and all you people better start calling.
Okay, well, we'll accept the fact that you're willing to jump up in, Dave, so if you can make your change, scratch the Black Shadow, we're ready for the introductions on this match.
All right, it's going to be expiration of time match. Introducing first at a total weight of 464 pounds, from Atlanta, Georgia, Ken Timms, and from parts unknown, the Masked Superstar. Going against him at a total weight of 448 pounds. From Japan, Tojo Yamamoto. And from Nashville, Tennessee, Jerry Jarrett. This match to the expiration of time. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Bell time as Jarrett starts out with Ken Timms.
A pretty sizable team over here with Timms and the Masked Superstar. But they haven't, at least to our knowledge, they haven't worked together as a tag team before.
I think most of the wrestling fans know. Maybe there's a few of them that don't know, Davey, that Ken Timms was Mr. Class and was unmasked. And we remember Ken back from the Hollywood Blonde days, indeed, as a matter of fact. He's a big, heavy guy. I mean, Timms is one that'll fool you if you just look at him. You say, yeah, you know, he'll go 215 pounds or something like that. He's bigger than that. Let me tell you, he is.
He's in there against Jerry Jarrett. Jerry, with the top wrist lock, forced him off his feet. He put enough pressure on him that he got him right down on the mat. Jerry hanging on to the left arm. Timms, close to the corner, used the opportunity to take the tag, and they double team on Jarrett. As the Masked Superstar comes in with that right fist flying. He used that in the earlier match, and boy, he hasn't forgotten how to use that fist in this one. He makes the tag on Timms. Jarrett off the ropes, runs into the double upper arm. Timms, boy, he got him in the throat there. Count of 1, 2, Jarrett kicks out of it. Ken Timms, power broad arm across the back of the shoulders. And again, they use double team tactics against Jerry Jarrett. Timms steps out. Masked Superstar got a count of 1. Jarrett kicked out.
They flat double teamed him and doubled him over when he went down on the mat. Jarrett in some trouble up there as Timms and the Masked Superstar teaming together for the first time. Doing well. Double clothesline. There's a tag on Tojo. And Yamamoto in swinging that chop.
When Tojo steps in there, you know what you're going to see. You're going to see the chop. It is effective. He makes the tag on Jarrett, sends Timms into the ropes. Jarrett presses him down to the mat. Can he hold him? 1, 2, no. Boot to the top of the head by the Masked Superstar. Stopped it at the 2 count. And the match continued. Yeah, it looked like he had him. They double up on Jarrett again, hammer him down to the mat. Superstar behind him. Knee drop. And the Masked Superstar makes the tag. Ken Timms comes in with a right hand. They tag again. Masked Superstar coming through the ropes there. Rams that shoulder into Jerry Jarrett's midsection. Jarrett knocked through the ropes down onto the floor. There's Timms out here after him. Timms calling for the Superstar to come over. Time winding down here. Superstar off the apron. Drops down on Jarrett. Follows with a boot to the back. Superstar. Here is Superstar Bill Dundee. And the Masked Superstar backs up onto the apron.
Dundee came out in his working clothes, Bill. I mean, Dave.
He sure did. Superstar nailed by Timms, knocked down. Count is 3. Jerry Jarrett gets the 10. Superstar Bill Dundee kept the Masked Superstar distracted, and Ken Timms found himself pinned. Jarrett and Tojo win it in 4 minutes, 4 seconds.
Oh, I like that. Okay, we're going to take time. We'll be back after we check the clock.
It was back in '62. Corvettes were burning up the roads. A blockbuster flick cost $1, and America was getting acquainted with the great taste of Taco Bell. So after 24 years, we're celebrating with the Taco Bell Wheels, Reels, and Meals sweepstakes. We're giving away 24 years of cool Corvettes, VCRs, and award-winning movies, and 10,000 great-tasting free meals. Wheels, Reels, and Meals. Enter at Taco Bell today.
You know, I never knew an armchair quarterback worth a hoot that didn't have a good, comfortable recliner. And this is a comfortable recliner. With a fully reclining love seat and a sofa with right and left reclining arms. Hey, it is an armchair quarterback's dream come true. And tough, lifetime warranty on recliner mechanisms. Yes, sir. When you've been knocked around as much as I have, you learn to appreciate a little comfort.
Right now, you can save over $260 at Furniture Center's sale price.
Richard Petty talks about his all-time driving headaches.
Daytona 76, that was definitely a goodie. Charlotte 72, that was another goodie. Michigan 84, that was a real goodie. I've won over 200 races, but I've had over 700 headaches. So just take it from me. Goodies gets rid of the pain fast, and that's what counts.
Goody's headache powders and extra strength tablets.
The Bull has more taste than beer.
No one does it like the Bull.
Boy, Monday night, 9 matches. I mean, the Coliseum's going to be rocking with some doggone good stuff. And regular prices, too. Remember that. The prices will be back to their regular low place. And the bouts will include Rocky Johnson and Billy Travis against Tom Pritchard and Pat Rose, a Mid-America title match. When Coco Ware has his biggest going against Harley Race, we'll have the 2 single matches that will be splitting up the fabulous one, Stan Lane in a kickboxing match with Rip Morgan, and then that unusual Aborigine match where Steve Kern and Jonathan Boyd are going to be tied. 90 seconds will be to put the knots in the rope. Then they're going to, whoever gets out first gets to go over and beat the other guy. Stomper defends that international title for the first time in a rematch with Phil Hickerson. And finally, the Southern Heavyweight title match, Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee. And boy, I don't have to say much more than that. I've remembered so many great meetings with these guys. And Monday night will be another one. Dave, we don't have much time right here. Yeah, it is going to be a whale of a night right there.
Yeah, I don't think we have time to run down all the winners, but plenty of action here and more due next week.
As a matter of fact, you got a good point. We'll have some more of it next week. And until that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.